Good morning, Meridian, and welcome to Business Buzz. Joining me today on Business Buzz is Susan Beard, the Assistant Director for the Center for Professional Development at Northwest Nazarene University. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you, Sean. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Tell us a little bit more about the mission and purpose of the Center for Professional Development at NNU.
Well, so NNU's purpose is to be here for good, to help transform lives and get students engaged with the community and to really be lifelong learners. And so at the Center for Professional Development, our goal is to work with non-degree seeking students, those students that either already have a degree or are looking for development opportunities. Our goal is to provide them with opportunities for classes and certificates that will help them get there.
Okay. Well, some of the things that you've recently done, the center's done, you've been engaged with employers from across the state. Can you tell us a little bit about the things that companies are doing today to attract and retain the Gen Z and the millennial generations?
Right. This is a really hot topic, especially here in the Treasure Valley, where the unemployment rate is like 3%. Mm-hmm. And employers are really struggling to figure out how to engage and retain the workforce. And so we've done a lot of research. We belong to the chamber. We belong to the NAMPA chamber. We participate in Idaho Manufacturing Alliance. We work with all the school districts in the state. And what we found is that employers need to invest in their employees in order to keep them and attract them. And, there's a lot of articles out there right now that are talking about how you can do that creatively. And one of the ways that you can do that is by providing professional development for your employees. And we talk with a lot of employers about the ability to offer professional development, that employees have the chance to seek out their own professional development or skills training that is directly related to their job. And many employers will help pay for that. Idaho Power will help pay for it, Idaho Department of Corrections, most city and municipalities. A lot of private employers as well are looking for ways to support their employees. And so we found that about 90% of the people who take our leadership training, their employer has either paid for it, reimbursed it, or supplemented it.
Okay. Susan, you shared with me some articles, and it reinforced one of the biggest topics that I'm hearing is the Great Resignation. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what's the trend behind it?
Well, there's a lot of things that contribute to the shortage for workforce right now and for the high competition. And the things that we've discovered is that the birth rate has fallen. And so you have less workers out there. You have boomers who are all retiring or very close to retirement. And there's just not the same amount of workforce to back them up. There was this expectation that as we went to more automated systems that you would have less need for a workforce, but that has just not proven to be true, especially in the service sector. And so when you look at engaging and retaining that Gen Z workforce, they're looking for a flexible work schedule. They're looking for professional development. They're looking for upward mobility or guarantees that you promote from within. They're looking for a more casual workplace. The interesting thing to me is that one of the top 3 choices is not to work remotely, which everybody thinks people want to work remotely, but really what they want is they want that opportunity to grow and to feel like there's purpose behind what they're doing.
Okay. You mentioned the available workforce right now is very tight, and many businesses are trying to build their workforce, and seeing strong growth in the local economy, and the needing to recruit sometimes comes at the expense of another business. What are some of the best ways that NNU and the Center for Development has found to retain the workforce?
Well, there's a few things that we're working on. At the university, we're developing a professionalism and leadership certificate for our graduates to have. And so this is for undergraduate students. So they'll come out with understanding of how to manage people, how to develop others, how to develop yourself, how to keep learning, be critical thinkers. And so that's something that our graduates are learning. In the Center for Professional Development, because we're working with people who either already have degrees or who aren't looking to get a degree, we're providing some of that professionalism space there. But some of the things that employers can do is to look at some non-traditional people. Look for older employees. Be willing to consider somebody over 50 to start working for you.
Okay.
Some other things to do is to consider people that are veterans. Veterans have a higher unemployment rate and sometimes need more social services to help them really make that transition from military into the standard workforce, civilian workforce. So they're a great avenue. You know, there's talk about hiring younger workers. So hiring them right from high school, working with apprenticeship programs and internships to get students rolled into the workforce right out of high school. Of course, we're a university. We, of course, want students to come to the university, but it's all about finding that fit.
Yeah, I think, you know, most employers are saying that they're having to be very creative, as you said, about where they're trying to find their employees.
Yes.
NNU Center for Professional Development is offering a couple of programs to help leaders take that next step in their career. Tell us about these programs.
Well, we have a number of programs that we really feel help workers kind of elevate themselves in their workplace. So we have a program just for women called Women in Leadership, and it's a 4-course program. It's entirely online. It comes with a book, all written by women, which is very unusual to find leadership books written by women. And it's really about empowering, equipping, and really engaging women into leadership positions. They are still significantly underrepresented in leadership positions. So it's an opportunity for women to gain that confidence to move into that space. Our LEAD program, which stands for Lead, Engage, Equip.
We got it on the screen.
Yes. That program is a 6-class program. It's very affordable. It's less than $1,400 and 6 classes, again, all online. The thing that really makes our programs different is the leader practices that we provide. So instead of going to a conference and you get information thrown at you for 2 days and you hope to take 1 or 2 nuggets out, our program gives you weekly practices. You go back into the workplace, you try it out, then you come back and you reflect, and you have this opportunity to do coaching and interacting with peers to really, you know, reflect on what did you do, what went well, what could I do differently next time, and that really changes behavior. Is that opportunity to learn over time instead of that deep short dive. You get this deep dive that's over time.
Helps with retention of the information as well.
Yes, exactly.
Susan, what's the best way for our viewers, the chamber members, to find the programs and how they can discover more about the center?
Right. Well, I know that Kirsten's putting up a link on the screen so that you can find us. But if you're interested, if you click this link, it gives you a form to fill out that just simply says, hey, I'd like more information. And then we reach out and answer the questions that you have. And then if anybody searches NNU CPD, you will find us, and we have opportunities not just for business people, but we also have opportunities for educators to recertify and get the extra credits that they need or additional credits that they need, as well as for mental health professionals. We have a whole slew of courses for them, along with pastors who want to recertify.
Okay. Well, Susan, thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, you bet.
Join us next Tuesday as we for Business Buzz, as we'll be introducing you to modern woodmen of America. Thank you, Meridian, and keep Meridian healthy and open for business. Thank you.